Oh yes, guys, clicking the button, we are live. What is going on? So what the heck? What the heck, Bitcoin? What the heck, Jim Cramer? What the heck? What the heck, Jim Cramer? I know that Jim Cramer was the one. He was the one. Oh man, look at this. Guys, watch this. Listen to this. Just insane, guys. Give me just a second. Let's get it going. There we go.
People who are in it for that are going to use that as a chance to sell. But this thing is, you can't kill it.
No, you can't.
And the late Charlie Munger, who was so brilliant on so many things, was blind to this. Now you can say, wait a second, maybe it's all going to come
Jamie
unravel.
Dimon has not spared any negative words.
Dang it. This is, we should know better. We should know better. We were getting so bullish, and then Jim Cramer comes on CNBC and says, you just can't stop this thing. And the thing dumps to $40,000. Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. You guys got to check this out. Insane. Yo, what's going on, LMP? Good morning. Yeah, I know. I always think the same thing. You hear Jim Cramer saying nice things about Bitcoin, it's time to freaking sell. But yeah, guys, so look at this. You can see that we just had some massive, honestly, I think manipulation here with the markets, because you can see that we had a really nice uptrend of lower or higher lows going into this rally. And now you can see here, we just went way too low. But if you think about it, it's kind of validating that scenario that we talked about, because we did talk about this scenario. And yeah, Jim Cramer just needs to shut up. Everyone just like, Elon just needs to be like, go yourself, Jim Cramer. But yeah, so I think what happened here is that we hit that scenario instead of that, because I thought we were going to be going to 48 before 38, and it looks like we might be going to 38 before 48. So because we got rejected off of that 45,000, that recent local high right here, and now we're seeing that we possibly filled the gap in the CME gap, because there were a lot of gaps in the CME because of the price volatility. You can see here that there is a big gap that is in the $40,000 range, and you can see the gap right here, and we actually probably tried to fill it, and we're probably going to fill it even more. So you see on the CME, it went only as low as 41,115, and so there is a big gap at 39,000 and 40,000 right here. You can see it. So why am I mentioning this particular gap is because we blasted through it, and if you look at the chart on Coinbase, you can see that Coinbase went as low as 41,000, but what's so interesting is that I think BITFLEX it went as low as 40,000. Yeah, that's insane. So yeah, BITFLEX actually went as low as $40,000 on the low. Exactly on the money. Like, look at this, $40,000 exactly to the dollar. And you know what that did? It stopped out my amazing Matic position. It stopped out my amazing Matic position. So mad about that. We were actually in great profit, and we were expecting that thing to break out a little bit more. And yep. So we didn't lose a lot. We didn't lose money, but we did lose unrealized profits, that's for sure. But so that's what happens when Bitcoin wicks like that. It will wreck altcoins. And so let's look at the altcoins overall, like what happened to them while we had this dump. And we are going to see, and this is what's cool. So when Bitcoin dumps like this, you want to see who are the outliers of who didn't dump as much. And that's where you're like, okay, those are the strong altcoins I want to hold, are the ones that did not see the biggest dump while Bitcoin dumps. So let's try and find those right now. What are those? So we have Cake has the least amount of dumpage. BTT. We have, what else is in here? Let's see, SHIB. But a lot of these, some of these, they didn't dump as much because they probably haven't moved as much as all these other altcoins. A lot of these altcoins recently, like Filecoin, ADA, Ordi, Near Protocol, Beam, a lot of these have moved a lot substantially over the past couple weeks. And so they were probably due for this big retracement along with Bitcoin. So let's look at the top 200. And you can see Pith went down 17%, Floki 15%, Ape 14%. What else do we have here? Pepe down 16%. So now you would think a lot of these altcoins are probably in some decent buy zones now. So if you're wanting to DCA, this is the perfect time to have that dry powder on the side and make sure that you can actually buy up some of these things. And a lot of the times what's can be annoying is that when it does happen, it's usually when you don't want it to happen and you're like, I don't have enough dry powder on the side. And shout out to you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. And wherever you are, whoever you are, please interact in the chat, make some noise, and smash up the like button. I'm going to start doing live streams almost just about every day. I think we're going to really start to crank it through the new year. And I will be a normal guest on the Moon Show on, I think we're doing Mondays. So be announcing the official announcement soon for being on the Moon Show, which is one of the best cryptocurrency shows on and in the space. All right, so let's look at Dogecoin. Let's look at actual Dogecoin, Binance. All right, so now that we had Doge do a nice dip, ooh, that would have been a nice limit right there. So look at a lot of these altcoins, how they just got wicked mega hard. And let's look at the hourly. So now Doge is a good example of, now that we are sitting at what is even happening? Some of these things are just are really getting pushed. And let's look at STG, for example. Okay, so now STG went back into the buy zone. So a lot of these altcoins of where I've marked certain buy zones where they were a great buy are now they're back into those levels. So if you feel like you missed an opportunity over the past week, now AVAX $36. AVAX was just at an all-time high of $50. So now I think this is probably market manipulation to get bigger bags for these institutions, and they know, and I think they very well know, the market makers can potentially push the price down of Bitcoin before we have these actual approvals of the ETF. And what that does is make the altcoins go down. Then they can jump into these altcoins and not miss out on these gains that they keep hearing, about. These institutional investors and, the big money out there, they're not dumb. They're just waiting a little bit. I think they're a little bit more, they're not as trigger happy as we are, All right, so let's see what's happening right now, just overall in the news, because we're still banned from the old X. Let's see, a lot of people getting nervous that the ETF may be delayed, as what Rand is saying, and super spicy Tom Crown Bitcoin, and then Ivan 28 minutes ago, he's like, I think the inverse Cramer black swan is taking place right now, dumping hard. So, all right, so let's see. The Bitcoin ETF was a trade. Now we are days away from the end of that trade. Regardless of the outcome, traders will unwind and deleverage that trade and prep for the next trade. The next trade could be potential approval of BTC ETF only in March, the beginning of the ETH ETF. So yeah, so people are forgetting about the ETH ETF and a possible SOL futures ETF. And you have to think about what is the potential for other altcoins, say like Chainlink. Say BlackRock creates an ETF fund for altcoins that have AVAX and Chainlink and just like a bag of these blue chip altcoins, and then that can send some of your favorites to the moon. So that is when we really are going to have some major moves in the markets. But who knows what it actually really could do, because we just haven't seen it. So it's just going to be one of those things where we get into kind of like price discovery for these altcoins. And then looking at SOL, so let's look at SOL. Let's go into our coin market cap list, and where we got to get onto it. All right, so we're gonna go to, all right, Solana back to $100. Got Cardano 55 cents. I mean, everything just took a nice little dump. So these are great buy zones. Honestly, right now, this would be, I personally think, a great DCA opportunity. I would say like leverage trading right now would be really high risk, because you are going to, I mean, there's a potential that Bitcoin could go to 38K, and Bitcoin going to 38K is a big potential that it goes to 38K before we actually see an official news media approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. It's very well possible. All right, so let's go into the watch lists. Let's go to the bangers list. Let's see what went down the most in this list. All right, so we had Pepe, BONK, obviously the meme coin. The meme coins get hit pretty hard when Bitcoin dumps. And then we got, what's going on, Bitbull? What's going on? Shout out to you guys in the chat. Interact in the chat, guys. And if you haven't already, please sign up and go into the Discord. If you go into the description of the video, then you can get the link to join into the Discord and just start making some noise in there. I want to see how many people we can get in there. It'd be awesome if I can get my regular people that come into the live stream and like to be integrated into the Dano Crypto Dojo. We're going to make it fun. All right, so Chainlink, $13 now. Amazing. I mean, this is just great. So honestly, you kind of want to bless the dump, because then it's just an opportunity to get your favorite coins at really great prices. So yeah, everything went down a good between 5 and 10%. So great buy opportunities. And let's see what people are actually buying right now. Yeah, so yeah, LMP saying, I'd like to see it dip down more. I want to buy a few more alts. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's like for... I was saying, no. I was like, dang it, why did it dump? Because one of my trades didn't play out. I didn't take the profit when I should, take the money and run. But now... you can, a lot of different altcoins that you can potentially get into some good positions. Yes, I saw that, LMP. Thank you for signing up for the Discord. I really appreciate it. So it's going to be a constant work in progress. I'm just going to be updating it. There's so many things that you can do with Discord. It's just like you can add all kinds of different bots, and I've never ran my own personal server, and I'm doing this all myself, so bear with me. It might be a little lackluster right now, but I'm adding in a lot of different things that'll make it fun, so you can actually go in there and almost make it like a dashboard where you can check, go in, check the prices, and we'll have some cool cool things in there. And that's when if you want to like directly interact with me and send me messages, or, you know, whenever I do giveaways or special events or anything like that, we can do it inside the Discord. So then it's just an easy way. Because honestly, right now, it's the only way that I can communicate with you guys, because I can't use x.com until I get a new account. So if you want to interact with me directly, then Discord would be the way, and the link is in my channel description. All right, so guys, I don't know if you've been getting into the Pulse ecosystem, but I'm starting to get really, really bullish on the Pulse ecosystem. And I love this website, gopulse.com. When you have a website like gopulse.com where it's simple, but it's also very intuitive, it's programmed very well. It shows you all of the data that you need to be able to get into the Pulse chain ecosystem and start learning about Hex, start learning about what different tokens are in the ecosystem that are used for validation and for staking incentives. You can actually download the validator program on your computer, and I think you have to have 1,000. I can't remember exactly how much it is. I think it's $2,000 of Hex to be able to be a Hex validator. It's really not that much. And so what you can do on this web, there's all kinds of different. You got manage your Hex stakes. You can actually claim some free PLS if you haven't received any of the PLS to be able to use for the gas fees. And then you can see the different trends. You can see, now this is what I like. I love the pulse bubbles, the Hex bubbles. It has such a Pulse X feel. And there's something about there's just it's a completely niched like ecosystem. It's like the Pulse and the hexagons, is what they're called, are just like a different breed. I feel like they're just like a different type, they're like separate from the regular crypto ecosystem. But I like actually interacting in this ecosystem, because I don't think you want to fade it. I really don't think you want to fade it, because there is a lot of liquidity in. So let's see, a lot of liquidity. 43 million in trades as of today. Volume at 8.2 billion. And liquidity at 110 million. And so what you can do is, whenever you actually integrate into Pulse, say you want to buy Fuchs, you can go click right onto it, and you can swap right on this website as well. And you can also check your portfolio. Like I said, I have literally like very, very small amount in the ecosystem. Haven't went in hard yet, but I think it's about well timed, because you just look at the potential of what you can do with some of these altcoins in here. And you got a lot of things like Pulse SHIB, you got Pulse Doge, you have Pulse Pepe. And then you have their own actual narrative tokens like Teddy Bear and Time and Diamond. All right, so let's see what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Is it actually going back up? Is it retracing back up? 42,721. All right. All right, so looking at the DOT ecosystem. Yeah, Polkadot. Haven't done too much looking at Polkadot recently. Let's see. Let's check Polkadot. So yeah, Polkadot. Yeah, Polkadot's all-time high, $52. Chain Explorers, it's got a polkascan.io. A lot of different supported wallets that you can get Polkadot on. Osmosis Chain, Hecko Chain, and BNB. If you wanted to decentralized swap this, you couldn't. It has a lot of liquidity on PancakeSwap for Polkadot, so that's actually really good. So if you wanted to hold DOT on the Binance Smart Chain, there's plenty of liquidity to be able to do that. That's good. And then you can actually do a lot of DeFi inner workings with your Polkadot that way on the Binance Smart Chain, and probably also on Osmosis. Not as much liquidity on Osmosis, definitely way more on Binance. That's what you got to look for, because you want to be able to, whenever you're actually buying something, that's why people send their coins onto an exchange, because the exchange has the liquidity to be able to provide you the sale. So if you're doing it on decentralized, or if you're doing it on decentralized exchanges, you have to make sure that that pair actually has the liquidity, or it's going to say this trade has insufficient liquidity. It'll say that in your swap aggregator. So you just got to watch out for stuff like that, because it'll let you buy it. It'll let you buy it all day, but when you try and sell it, and when it pumps and the thing pumps, say you want to sell it and you're in profit and there's no liquidity, then you're just like, well, I'm just sitting on something I can't even sell. So all right, so now I'm curious. All right, so guys, ordinals. Have to check out the ordinals. I've been wanting to buy some more Space Pepes. I think I'm just gonna like buy a few of them. I have one currently right now in my wallet, and we do have a piece of the bitmap, which is amazing. Floor price on that's been going up substantially, and you know the rank of Space Pepes is that we were in the 60 something range, like we were like ranked 62 or something like that, but now we look at the rank and we are in the 30s. Yeah, 37, rank 37, and got to think once it starts getting up into the rank of this, getting, you know, like say Bitcoin Punk's floor price is $2,563. Richard Hart on the run from the SEC. I don't. What's interesting is that the fact that the SEC thinks that they have that type of ability to say, I don't know. It's like it's such an interesting gray area. It's like the guy just coded a contract and an ecosystem, and it's just a token. Yes, he made money, and also other people have made money on it. But I'd love to watch the actual documentary, his documentary, and just kind of really actually go into the bait. Because the thing is like Richard Hart, he was already a millionaire before he started Hex, so he already made his millions. He already, you know. I think the reasoning for maybe Hex was probably just as an experiment, as just like a financial cryptographic experiment, you know, for someone who's into programming and that type of stuff. So, and then what comes out of it, it just seems like, and it's open source, you know, it's open source. There's so many different things that you can do with it in that sense. So I don't know why he should be quote, I guess, punished for buying a bunch of Louis Vuitton, you know, Louis Vuitton stuff. It's funny that they put him on blast for that, but these people that are trying to say that Richard Hart is a scammer are the same people who are like the traffickers, the money launderers, the people that are overtaxing citizens, the people that are taking bonuses, the people that are literally getting paid by us to manipulate us in the worst types of ways. So it's hilarious that then people would that us in the crypto space will demonize Richard Hart and say, he's such a scammer. And I don't know, is he really that big of a scammer compared to the ultimate scammers, the United States? I don't know, guys. You tell me. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. All right, so floor price on these ordinal NFTs going crazy, going absolutely nuts. And now that the space Pepes are starting to get up there, it makes me think, man, that floor price looks pretty good right now. Buy up a couple space Pepes, you sell them for a couple grand each, and then there you go. And that's the 7-day volume. So yeah, check out Ordinal's wallet. They've really done a great job. I think it's probably one of the best like integrated Bitcoin wallets that you can get. And then the Ordi token. Been looking at that Ordi token. We're on a nice little uptrend. Wicked right on down to there. That makes sense. Looks like Bart head. Oh no. Do we need to get a picture of Bart and put it literally right on this chart? That's wild. That's so wild. Yeah, we gotta do that right now. We're doing it right now. Oh no. All right. Okay. Do new. And we're gonna do this real quick because why not? Yeah, inverse Cramer. Insane. The inverse Cramer, guys. Just ridiculous. All right, so now where? Let's see. There it is. It's like I want to do an image. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, is that not it? No. I need... All right. I'm going to... Oh, yeah, no problem. Let's see. I need the image. Is this the one? Yes. Is it like a it's not really like a super Bart pattern, but I don't know. It's more up instead of down. If I just switched his head the other way. Yeah, you gotta look at it. Oh man. Zoop, doop, 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 doop. And then right on down the ear. Yeah, that's so crazy. I think a lot of the altcoins look like that right now. Zoop, and then that little chop, and then Bitcoin just swung it down. All right, so 42,500. I mean, is there news right now of what happened? Is there something that happened? So let's see. All right, so Bitcoin price dumps by more than 3K in minutes, over 100 million longs liquidated. So Bitcoin price took a sudden dive, obviously, about over $3,000. And it just, I mean, it happened within a matter of minutes. So data from the popular analytics resource CoinGlass reveals the total number of long liquidations within the last hour alone is around 100 million. Yeah, because a lot of people were putting in longs for possibly getting that you know, that bullish news on the ETF, but it's just you wish it would have the prices you were trying to get for that news has already passed. So oh yeah, 100%. I agree. LMP saying the SEC is crooked, so nothing surprises me. I think what they did to CZ is criminal. Yeah, they're just like, look, we're gonna get a piece of your pie. You know, we know that what you did was kind of like, you know, we didn't know if it was illegal or not in the United States. So then we're just going to hit you with that bill. We're gonna hit you with that bill, no matter what. The SEC, the Federal Reserve, the people, the money changers in the world are going to get that money. They're going to get that money from you. And if you're trying to evade it in any type of way, they have a military industrial complex that can put you in jail if you try to avoid it. So it's best you pay the bill so then you don't literally get put in a cage. But yeah, it's insane. So luckily CZ had the money to actually do it. That's what's crazy. You know, the fact that he actually had the money to pay the bill, and you know he'll probably still get a slap on the wrist. I don't think he's actually going to go to jail since he was able to pay that fine. So. All right, so let's see. Crypto Potato reported earlier that Solana and Avalanche had retraced by around 5 to 6% each, but the landscape now is a lot worse. Both assets are now down by double digits and have slumped to $99 and $37. So, yeah. So now, you know, could we be going, you know, Bitcoin go 38K, and we'll see some lower prices. So it's like. Leveraging right now is spot buying would be the route, in my personal non-financial advice opinion. Oh, and then XRP dumped really hard too. I think XRP dumped as much, and Polygon, Ripple's native token, Polygon, Polkadot, SHIB, Litecoin, Chainlink, Toncoin, Ethereum shed a good 7%. So yeah, just. Freaking Cramer. All right, so let's see. Yeah, on the bitmap, so if you just go to the ordinals wall and you click on the bitmap right here. These are all the spots that are for sale. That's the lowest price, highest prices. These are like insane. I don't know why these are priced so high. Obviously. Let's see, lowest inscription, highest inscription. So this is like around the price ranges, 200, that's about the floor. And the thing what you can do is you can inscribe yourself. You can inscribe your Bitcoin address name, your SNS. You can do a BRC20. You can do an actual file. You can inscribe an NFT. And now you can do these 3D cards, which I haven't figured out exactly what that is yet. So, but all right, guys. Just looking at the trades. Yep, it's crazy how much it can go from literally. If you just saw that, it was over 1,000, and then it dropped a good couple hundred. But what we're trying to do is wait for the full breakout. Hopefully, you know, if Bitcoin goes to 38,000, then we're just going to we'll add to these trades that we have open already. You know, that's, you know, it goes to 38, then we'll get a nice average buy-in. That's probably what we're going to do. And we'll just we'll scale in. We'll scale in so we can just keep solidifying these profits. And I don't think we're going anywhere near 32. I don't think we're going anywhere near those prices. That's just my opinion. But all right. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream this morning. And yeah, we'll probably get back on a live stream later today. and see where the market is. And if you guys want to come back and hang out, and make sure you get into the Discord again. It's in the description of the YouTube channel, and make some noise in there. And do me a favor and post some funny memes in the meme city section. All right, so yeah, Bitcoin's sitting now at $42,618 as of Bitstamp. And then if we look at the Coinbase chart, 42,592. We went up on that ascending wedge. Big dump past those levels. Almost hit that level right there, 40,500. And now what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, guys? All right, smash up the likes. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you later. See you later in the next live stream. Peace.